All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
On second down, here's Longletto. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man. Complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the 1st half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back to throw, Lauletta. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Lauletta on 3rd down to Barkley on the check down. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
21.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darren Waller 73 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
And I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Pushing his way through, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 62 yards, and the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds Beckham complete. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Coming off play action, Lauletta. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 48 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Lauletta. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding with 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And and somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now it's Laletta, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. You know, he's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Kareem Martin, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
No, check. Patriot. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Laletta. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Laletta. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. It's Laletta off play action. He dumps it off to Barkley. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Laletta, he'll look to throw. He finds Lashley complete over the middle. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jordan Lashley, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Fighting him off. Oh, he breaks another. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Left.
On first down, Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Again, Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, got it. Let him go.
Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
No, check.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
A final shot before the break for Lauletta. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start this.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just be...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Lauletta. Dancing to his left. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Now it's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper from 10 yards out. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out. Led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses, finds his way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
12.
They go play action with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. To throw is Ryan. Caught on the slant. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
39. Hey, express.
It's Coleman here. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
21. Let's go.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Gallman. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out.
He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action, Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 34 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Instead of a run, Lauletta wants to throw it. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.